Hello and welcome to CAGET, and today we're playing CAGET City. So if you don't know, or if you haven't watched my last video, I've been working on the kind of like showcase game that you're seeing right now, which is called CAGET City. The reason why I call it CAGET City is because they made a tower battles map called CAGET City, then they made like two free tower defense simulator maps called CAGET City, then they made two evolution map Neon City, which I never showed in my evolution map videos because I basically reused all of the assets from the map, and the other map, evolution map CAGET City, was but yeah, that's the point. But I made a lot of those maps with like neon futuristic city theme, so I said you reuse some of the assets and make this game. While messing around with Roblox, train, and stuff like that, stuff I've never messed around with. And yeah. But I did build most of the assets in this game, besides for a few things, which I'll go over now. First off, if you see some of the buildings, how they're because one of the first things that I used, because I made some of these for tower defense, there was like a block mesh that can be scaled. However, the thing about it, you can see in the building right in front of you, but the thing about it is these rounded corners, and I use it for some of the buildings. I made that tower defense simulator maps. Buildings from the buildings like the one in front of you. However, I decided to basically, So rounded dancing dudes from like 2 videos ago, that this is where they are in the map. So the rounded edged block, basically, I built that, use it for some tower defense simulator maps, and then I put them in and reuse those buildings in here, so it kind of reused. But then again, I had to rescale everything when I originally built it. But those are the dancing dudes I made, if you saw my other video. The other thing I was for free stuff is the only free model in the game was the dome. If you look up, you will see it. If you go to the game, or you can see it right now and stuff. But basically, the problem is I was trying to make a union for a dome. Basically, I was taking the cylinder, making a negated one on the inside of it. I used another negated part at the bottom to make like a dome shape. And the problem with this one was the fact that I kept glitching out and getting some really weird shapes, and that was tending to get it was broken, glitchy. So I finally decided on using a free model and said that at least there's no scripts in the free model. Usually there's scripts in the free model. I'll try to steal your account and stuff. So when you use the free model, make sure to delete all the scripts unless you know scripting and stuff and know what the scripts do. But then again, it also breaks the free model, so I don't like reusing free models, making my own models. But because I couldn't make the dome work, I had to use a free model. And also later in the video, you'll see up in the sky, you'll see two planets. I replaced the sun and moon because of the new lighting change. That was one of the reasons why I messed around and made this place. That you can actually change how the sun and moon's textures are. So just search that planet in basically in Roblox. The create page. I searched that planet in the toolbox for an image, and then just use those two I found for the planets I use in the sky, which you'll see in a few minutes. So there is a point in this video where I speed up to 2 times speed, just because I'm showing you it's kind of boring. This is the outside of the map. But yeah. Anyway. So the other free stuff I used, the clothing on the dancing dudes I used is free stuff, but then again I actually bought those outfits for my avatar. You can see me wearing one of them right now. That's the clothing, and just their blocky form on the dancing dudes I put in the map, which the scripts to make them dance are actually made by me. Literally, as long as 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, they'll be dancing. Let's just say that's how the scripts work. But yeah. Basically, as long as 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, the dudes will be dancing, and that's it's gonna be cool. Here's a weird glitch. I don't feel like removing it, because it's just so unique, but you can basically phase for the ground. You can't go down, but you can go up for the ground. It's a really weird glitch. I'm just keeping it there just because I find the glitch really weird. But yeah, I'm going to show you the outside of the map soon, where I put the video into 2 times speed. Because basically it's a little bit of grass, and then you see the metal part. Well, because the top area around it is mainly meant for decoration for the inside area, and this outside area is kind of basically the outside of the map. Here's where the dome kind of There's supposed to be a spaceship city, which is why it's kind of built like that. So you can see like the hovering pieces like at the corners, and you can also see what the dome is. I actually plan on using the dome as well. I plan on actually like a cone at the bottom of the dome, like a cone mesh that will be free or something, and using that to make like modifying it a lot and basically making it into basically a space station like city thing, which at the bottom, which would be cool, kind of like if you play Plants vs. Zombies 2, if you see the far future world, kind of like how the bottom of that world's logo looks if you play that game. Which reminds me, there's also music in the background in this game, but I cut the music out of the video because it's copyrighted. But I mean, but it's basically from Plants vs. Zombies 2. It's the far future midwave A. That's what the song's basically is called. So if you play Plants vs. Zombies 2, you'd know that basically the first level, basically the first wave has its own music up to then, and then the second wave and the middle waves have their own music, and then has special music, and then the last wave has its own music. There's always two middle wave musics for every world, usually. I know that's the case for modern day. The thing about far futures, though, is it only really really goes above three waves. You only really get the first wave, the last wave, and sometimes one of the middle waves. The weird thing is, though, is there's always midwave B. Unless there's two middle waves, which then you'll finally get midwave A. And it's the point where, because of how far future is set up, you will never encounter midwave A in the main story mode, but with the extra levels at the end of the world, you could. However, those got removed and become random events. And also, the only way they really counter is from like the endless mode in far future. It's the only way they counter the song now. Or it might have actually been removed when they removed all the ultimate battles and stuff, but yeah. That's what I use in the background. You can go look that up on YouTube or something. There's some channels that'll have far future midwave A on them. And that's what the background music is of this game. But yeah. But this is kind of like also the trees I use a plugin to generate them, but I changed up the settings a lot to get like really weird shapes, like the futuristic trees, which kind of like the maximum of Tower Battles tree, farm tower. But yeah. This is the end of the video. Remember to like and subscribe to the CAGET Cat on YouTube, and peace. And just one more note, I really am finally starting to gain subscribers, but I really need more. Because, I just haven't gained a lot of subscribers lately. Until just now, but yeah. And peace. And please subscribe, like I just said before, I kind of need more subscribers, but yeah.